Centrum, always complete from A to Zinc.
Enterprise rent a car for my trip? Looks expensive.
It's not expensive, Mom.
They pick us up? Sounds expensive.
Pickup's free, Mom.
Well, if it's not expensive, why didn't I get a convertible?
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Now our first denture cleanser keeps dentures feeling clean all day. New Fix-It-Dent with ProGuard, a breakthrough tablet and bath system. First, place your dentures into the bath and release the power of ProGuard to get them 4 times cleaner. Then you lift the inner basket to help seal in the clean with the ProGuard barrier, protecting against plaque and odor-causing bacteria from morning till night. Fix-It-Dent with ProGuard. Start cleaner, stay.
Portland Opera opened its 35th anniversary season with Verdi's Italian masterpiece, Aida. You'll thrill to the majesty and the power of one of the most unforgettable love stories of all time. For tickets, call 241-1802 today.
Your Saturday morning news now starts at 7 on News Channel 8. Dateline tonight.
2 days before he was scheduled to go on trial, 17-year-old Kip Kinkle pleaded guilty to murder and attempted murder charges in the shooting rampage in Oregon last year that left his parents and 2 high school classmates dead. 25 other students were wounded in the attack at Kinkle's high school in Springfield, Oregon. And on Capitol Hill in Washington tonight, lawmakers still are trying to finish work on a compromise gun control bill. It's been in the works since after the Columbine High School massacre last spring. House and Senate conferees are working on a measure that includes a lifetime ban on handgun ownership for any minor convicted of a gun charge. Also a ban on minors possessing assault weapons, a ban on large ammunition clips, and a requirement for reasonable mandatory background checks for gun purchases, including gun purchases at gun shows. Now to presidential politics and a man who's no stranger to controversy, Patrick Buchanan. He's stirring up a whole new controversy with a book he's written on World War II and American policies. At the same time, he's on the brink of quitting the Republican Party to run as a Reform Party candidate, something the GOP frontrunner George W. Bush is urging him not to do. More on all of this tonight from NBC's Lisa Myers.
His incendiary rhetoric often scorches opponents, but this time conservative Pat Buchanan struggling to douse a fire, one he set himself.
Within that book, there's not an ounce of bigotry in its pages. There's not an ounce of bigotry in my heart.
That book, Buchanan's take on America and World War II. He seems to question America's fight against Nazi Germany, writing that after 1940, Hitler made no overt move to threaten U.S. vital interests. Later he adds, there is something deeply wrong about how the United States got into that war. 2 of his Republican opponents are so outraged, they say Buchanan no longer belongs in their party.
My interpretation is that Americans, in his view, should not have served and sacrificed in a noble cause. I believe he has already left the Republican Party by the things that he has said.
In almost round-the-clock interviews, Buchanan calls that a vicious lie. But it's hardly his first brush with controversy. He's called Martin Luther King Jr. a fraud and a demagogue, called AIDS nature's retribution against homosexuals, and questioned key details of the Holocaust. Still, Buchanan insists what's really going on now is Republicans out to discredit him, afraid he's headed to a third party and would take disaffected Republicans with him. Does that make you more inclined to leave the party and join the Reform Party?
Look, these people are not in charge of the passport division of the Republican Party. I've been in the Republican Party when a lot of them were in short pants running around looking for the good humor man.
The leader of the Reform Party, Governor Jesse Ventura, doesn't seem to want Buchanan much either.
We're very much centrist and grassroots, and we like a centrist attitude, and I'm not sure if Mr. Buchanan will fit into that attitude.
Why does anyone even care about Buchanan?
So you want me to go third party?
I do, definitely.
Because now in his third run for president, the man who calls himself Pitchfork Pat is especially appealing to a lot of working-class Americans who don't benefit from today's economy. If Buchanan does run as a third-party candidate, experts say he can't win the presidency, but he can affect who does, which is why Republican frontrunner George Bush today urged him to stay in the party, saying, quote, "I need every vote I can get." Lisa Myers, NBC News, Washington.
Up next, NBC News in depth tonight, the family, an effective new approach to helping Alzheimer's patients reconnect with their loved ones. And later, why does this phone keep ringing and ringing and ringing? calls from around the world. We'll tell you the secret.
Love at first sight. What's that based on? Have you ever looked at someone and said, check her out, she looks loyal? Or, whoa, look at the morals on that guy. No, love at first sight is based on something else. Sight. Introducing the all-new 2000 Mitsubishi Eclipse, nicely equipped at 17.7. You'll even love what's on the inside.
Why nasal cramp? Look at me. I'm not sneezing, but I'm not drowsy. I'm not stuffy, but I'm not jittery. Nasal cramp's incredible. It prevents allergies with none of these side effects. Nasal cramp. The best way to stop suffering is never to start.
Out here, I'm in command. So am I supposed to say, slow down, guys, I'm constipated? I don't think so. You try to eat right. Sometimes you can't. Harsh chemical laxatives, they can kick in whenever and wherever. Not an option. So I rely on doctor-recommended Metamucil. It's got 100% natural fiber. Works with my body, gently, which is important to a sensitive guy like myself.
Metamucil, the doctor's natural choice for regularity.
I think the most important feeding is the one that you start in the fall, so your lawn starts to look healthier in the spring, and consequently, you need Scott's Winterizer. When I put down Winterizer in the fall, it allows us to develop a good, strong root base, and it allows the lawn to endure the winter weather, and you get a real early greening. This grass is beautiful, thick, deep green. People will stop by and say, how'd you do that? Scott's Winterizer gives the grass a kickstart in the fall and makes it really look great in the spring.
Want to color your gray beard or mustache and look natural? Get Just for Men Gel.
You look so natural, no one can tell with Just for Men Gel.
Brush in and in 5 minutes, gray is gone.
No one can tell with Just for Men Gel.
Now an important tool to defend yourself against heart disease and some cancers is in your hands. Because now studies confirm that eating whole grain foods like Total, Wheaties, and Cheerios as part of a low-fat diet may reduce your risk of heart disease and certain cancers. Most cereals are not whole grain, but all of these from General Mills are. Look for this seal to be sure and help defend yourself against heart disease and cancer.
Sunday, Bill Bradley coming on strong. Can he deny Al Gore the Democratic nomination? Plus, the controversial biography of Ronald Reagan. Reagan confidants talk about the book on Meet the Press.
It's like today, only later. Later today, weekdays on NBC.
NBC News in Depth tonight, the family reconnecting with a loved one lost in the agony of Alzheimer's disease. Now an experimental approach to restoring, even for a short time, a mind ravaged by the most common form of dementia. Right now, approximately 4 million Americans suffer from Alzheimer's. By the middle of next century, that number could rise to 14 million. But now there's a new way to reconnect Alzheimer's sufferers and their families. It offers hope and also peace of mind. NBC Chief Science Correspondent Robert Bazell tonight reporting in depth.
For 6 years, Sam Love watched helplessly as Alzheimer's disease stole his mother, Bessie. She hasn't been able to use a fork, hasn't known who she is, hasn't recognized her son.
It's just been a very slow, agonizing process.
The most painful times, visits to her in the Washington nursing home.
When I leave her, it's just like, I'm so sad because I can't believe we're experiencing this.
Is that going to be you there or her?
No.
Which is why Sam is so hopeful about this new program. The concept is simple. Families use a video camera to record old photographs and other mementos, and then make an intensely personal short movie.
Okay, Mother, this is my son, Dustin.
With Alzheimer's, people cannot remember what happened hours ago. But the hope is Sam's movie will pry loose and trigger old memories that do remain intact. Dr. Gene Cohen, an expert on aging, got the idea while caring for his own father with Alzheimer's.
It was really a wonderful experience in the midst of a tragic disease.
Is this concept more important for the family members of people with Alzheimer's or for the patients themselves?
I think it's equally important. It really does often give a lot of good intervals of time for the patient, and that's very, very important. But it also creates an incentive for families and volunteers to spend more time because it makes it easier to relate to people who have trouble communicating.
Finally, the day arrives. Sam will show the video to Bessie, but he is anxious. Will he be able to reconnect with his mother?
Really don't have any way of knowing how much of this she's going to remember.
But almost instantly, they are talking once again.
I would like to show you because they contain some wonderful memories.
Well, all right then.
Who's that?
I was just fixing to tell that for Eva.
Eva, her sister, who's been dead more than 50 years.
Look, who's that?
Well, that's me.
You remember this house?
Yeah. I wish I had it again.
Sam is thrilled. He plans to use the video and add new images to it on many visits.
I feel like that today is one of the better experiences that I've had with my mother in months.
So far, this is a pilot project. Dr. Cohen has helped about 20 families make the personalized videos. But in each case, the results have been spectacularly successful.
The videos cannot slow the inevitable progression of Alzheimer's, but they can bring a son and a mother together once again. Robert Bazell, NBC News, Washington.
I'll be right back with what may be the world's most popular telephone phone booth. Where is it? Why are so many people calling it from around the world to the middle of nowhere?
What a close call with my overactive bladder. Having to go suddenly, needing to go so frequently. But that time, I almost didn't make it. That did it. I asked my doctor about Detrol.
Overactive bladder is a medical condition. Today's prescription Detrol is proven effective to treat it. Detrol reduced bathroom visits by 2.2 times in 24 hours versus 1.1 times with placebo. 1.2 fewer wedding accidents occurred with Detrol versus 0.8 fewer with placebo. Similar decreases over 24 hours. If you have certain types of stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems, do not take Detrol. The most common side effect is dry mouth. Some others may include dry eyes, headache, constipation, and indigestion.
Enjoy the movie?
Thanks to Detrol.
Ask your doctor about prescription Detrol, proven effective to treat overactive bladder.
With Transamerica Investments and Insurance Products, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to be financially successful. The people in the pyramid working for you.
This summer, put the one and only Eldorado Touring Coupe to the test and find out what legends are made of. Then put this opportunity to the test. Take advantage of up to $5,000 in factory-to-dealer cash on a new '99 Eldorado Touring Coupe. You'll even get a 3-year SmartCare basic maintenance contract at no extra charge. Drive an Eldorado Touring Coupe today and put Cadillac to the test.
At Transamerica, we have insurance products and investments for retirement that'll help you plan for your next career. The people in the pyramid working for you.
Tiger Woods leads Team USA in their quest to reclaim the Ryder Cup. Unprecedented coverage begins Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on NBC.
Make some new friends this weekend. Join the adventure with National Geographic Explorer this weekend on CNBC.
You know the old philosophical question, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? But what if a phone rings in the desert? Would there be anyone there to answer it? And who would be calling anyway? You may be surprised. Press 1 for NBC's Roger O'Neill.
It's one of Earth's few quiet places left. The solitude of the Mojave. A desert escape from noise. Oh, for crying out loud. Charlie, can you get the phone?
Mojave phone booth. Charlie speaking.
Okay, it was the loneliest phone booth on the planet. Past the wild mules, 14 miles down a row of telephone poles, a four-wheel drive, and directions to find this pitiful, bullet-ridden example of a phone booth, ringing incessantly. More than 100 calls Thursday from 15 states in France, Canada, Switzerland, Germany, Australia, and even
Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
20 years ago, Charlie Wilcox left L.A. for the desert and by accident wound up living 6 miles from the booth. Now, whenever he passes this intersection of nowhere and no place, well, he stops. At first, because he liked to talk.
It's real busy out here.
Really?
And now, he's a celebrity. Callers ask for Charlie.
Charlie, how are you doing today?
The phone was put in back in the 40s for miners working here. Its cult-like status just recently started. A man whose hobby is calling phone booths put the number on the web, 760-733-9969. Someone else outlined the number in stone with an arrow, so airline travelers or others could see it. Susan Torrey traveled 225 miles from L.A. just to say, it rang, I answered.
A happy phone booth. You read about it and you got to come to it. It's on the internet. It's ringing away. I've got to do it. Desert phone.
A 3,000-mile trip from New York City for Andrea Wolf.
The attraction is that it exists, that there's this telephone booth out in the middle of nowhere that anyone in the world can call and make ring, and maybe someone will answer.
Two themes dominate excuse me. Hello, could you call back? We're a little bit busy right now. Just about all of the calls to the desert phone booth. First, hello, yep, bye-bye. The surprise and utter delight that anyone would answer, hello, yep, okay. This phone, and then, what's it like in the desert?
Yeah? Got a beautiful day out here today.
The desert phone connects the internet superhighway with the road less traveled.
All right, I'll just
Is anyone listening?
Okay, well, thank you for calling the phone booth. All right.
Roger O'Neill, NBC News, in the Mojave Desert.
Maybe a place to send your teenagers. That number again, 760-733-9969, but expect a busy signal. That's Nightly News for this Friday. Don't forget Dateline tonight at 9, 8 Central Time. I'm Tom Brokaw, and I'll see you back here Monday.
Nightly News is a presentation of NBC News. More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world. From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at 6.
This is Thurston High School.
It was a day that students at Thurston High School will never forget. The day Kip Kinkle walked into the cafeteria and started shooting. Now, a surprise deal. Kinkle pleads guilty. It's our top story. Hello, I'm Joe Donlin. Tracy is off tonight.
Good evening. I'm Carol Jensen. Thank you for joining us this evening. Kinkle's plea comes just 3 days before his trial was due to begin. Many believe that it spares the community of Springfield the pain of reliving the bloodshed. Tonight, News Channel 8 team coverage. Nancy Francis looks back on the crime and the lasting memories. Gary Chittum talks to Springfield residents. And we begin with Tom Fuller with Kinkle's plea. Tom?
Well, Carol, as the community here